Alright guys, welcome back, Treetop Garage. Man, I had just got back a couple hours ago from Minnesota, Honest Peyton Speed Shop. I did not get a chance to make any video on my way there because it was just hectic. It was warm, so I had the windows kind of halfway down, noise galore, tons of driving. It was, I think, 16 hours each way. So I think total we got in about 2,400 miles. Just from the weekend. Like today's Sunday, me and my wife left here on Thursday afternoon, and I just got back. So my son came over while I was still gone on my way back. He got the Pontiac in here and he started welding up on his firewall that patch he made up he's beefing up for the pedals for the clutch and the master cylinder and the brakes and all that stuff. So I'll show you that in a few seconds. But we also, while we were at Honest Peyton Speed Shop, of course, we went there to pick up the 1929 Ford Model A Tudor sedan. We're going to go over that. I also actually picked up a pretty cool part for the Studebaker gasser, which I've been looking for a while. And I've tried a few different things and nothing worked, but I found the perfect thing, so I'm going to show you that. And yeah, it's not going to be a super long video probably because I don't have any footage of me doing anything like on our trip. Like when I got to Chad's place, I didn't even have my phone on me. We got there late in the day. It was like 3:30 in the afternoon, and I didn't have my phone. And I just wanted to kind of get everything loaded up because we had planned on trying to start heading back to here later that afternoon. And I'll go over this a little more in the video later. But I ended up having problems with trailer lights and all kinds of crap with the truck. Just mostly electrical trailer light stuff. The truck actually was perfect the whole way. But with no fault of Chad's at all. It was just an issue with mostly my truck wiring for the trailer lights. But there was also a few little things that happened on the way back that I noticed, like actually once we got closer to home, with the strapping down of me with the car, with the body and that on the trailer. So we'll go over that in a little bit. But yeah, it was a super long ride home because we had to go. He's in Minnesota, I'm in Ohio, so we had to go like up through Chicago, up through Minneapolis, and up to where he's at. And this was on Thursday and Friday. Well, coming back, you know, as a lot of you guys have been watching the news and whatever, know that Saturday they had a bunch of protests and whatever, so we found out Saturday morning coming back, when we went to leave to come back, that Minneapolis, which we had to go through, the freeways are closed. We found that out on Google Maps. And also Chicago, which we also had to drive through coming home, the freeways are closed both ways as well. So we had to go through Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the upper peninsula of Michigan, that way, down through Michigan to come home to Ohio, which took way longer, way more freaking miles, and a lot more rough roads. Let me tell you, you guys live up, anybody watching this lives up in the upper peninsula of Michigan, I salute you. I could not live up there. There's way too many miles between anything. Anyways, we'll be right back. I'm going to show you guys some cool stuff here, what's going on, and what we got on our trip, and we'll be right back. Hold on, guys. We'll be right back. Alright, guys. So this is my son's been welding this panel to fill in what was there before was just like a dished-in piece, and he wants just a flat panel because he's got all the pedals and everything for the 6-speed. And the brake setup he's going to use in this thing. So he made this patch panel, and he got it mostly welded in. It just needs a little bit of finishing work on the top here and on this one side, but it needs some shaping in a couple spots. And he's been kind of sick for the last couple of days, so he hasn't felt like working on it too much. But he actually pushed it in here by himself before I got home and started welding on it. When I got here, he was actually welding on it. So anyways, guys, let me show you what else we got. So this Studebaker gasser over here, I bought, which I've been looking for the perfect hood scoop for the longest time, and I think I finally found it. So let me show you what we got. Let me move this camera up just a little bit. So I went on eBay just to check again, because I've looked on eBay many times. I found this fiberglass hood scoop, and I still have to attach it and everything. I want to paint it probably like a silver color, I'm thinking. Maybe a silver metallic, something to match like the chrome. Kind of an off, what do they call it, contrast. But it fits everything perfectly. The length's about what I want. It's actually a little long, but I can't really shorten it because this has an upsweep here. And it just fits. Like, the height is perfect, the width is perfect. The length is a little long, but I think it looks good once it's all screwed down and bolted up. I just think it looks pretty sweet on there. And it fits everything perfectly. I think once I paint it, excuse me, and get it all fastened down, I think it's going to look pretty badass on there. You guys tell me what you think. I think it looks badass. Anyway guys, let me pause you and we'll show you what we got from Honest Paint and Speed Shop. 1929 Model A two-door sedan. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is just some of the parts we picked up from there. Some of the parts came with the car originally, and we ended up doing some deals on some other stuff after I paid for the car. He said, oh, I got this and that. So anyway, this right here is a aluminum radiator for a small block Chevy Model A with an electric fan. It's brand new, never been out of the box. This is a panhard bar, competition engineering. I'm not sure what. I don't remember if it goes to the rear or the front. I don't remember. And we got a bunch of other stuff. We got rear brake shoes, or front brake shoes. I mean. He gave me this flathead V8 air cleaner, which he says, "Oh, you can have it." And I have a flathead V8 sitting right over there. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. We have this. What is this? A Willwood? Yeah. Willwood hydraulic clutch master cylinder, because I plan on running a manual transmission in this thing with a 283 V8 my brother's got. And I also got a 600 poly 4-barrel in the deal. We got a set of headlights. He sold me these for a pretty good deal. I also ended up with this, which somehow ended up hanging from the headlight thing. This rearview mirror off of 53 Olds, which who knows what that's going to go on. I got to see if I can make it work on the Studebaker because I don't have a rearview mirror inside on that. But this I might be able to get this to work. There's a whole four-link kit in here, and then I also ended up with this 3-speed manual shifter. It's a Hearst. I have no idea what model it is though. It probably says somewhere on this. I have no idea what it fits. If I can make it fit on something, I could use it because 289 or 283 I'm getting from my brother actually has a 3-speed already on it. So I got this because it was a decent deal. There's all kind of other, like the 4-link kit is all just some shocks, a bunch of 4-link brackets, and a bunch of these 4-link bars, which I've done these before. I did one on my 71 Camaro. I put a 4-link in that. Over here, you got some. They're stuck in the box. You got a pair of rear wheel tubs, which are actually inset, so they're like tub. Got a pair of those. That's all that's in here right now, right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll come out here. We'll see what else we got. Alright, so out here we got the car, or the body and the frame. It's on this trailer, which I actually bought the trailer off of them as well because I didn't have one. So we got the frame is on the bottom, as you can see, and the body's on top. So we got that. Which actually, we had a little mishap on the way, and there's actually also a Ford 8-inch rear axle sitting right there. But when I strapped this down, he made a whole video of us putting this stuff on the trailer and in the truck. When I first strapped it down, I'm not even thinking, I just strapped it around here and went this way. But after we drove for a while, we got about halfway home, and this quarter panel actually popped loose from the bottom right here. So, but I mean, it just because it was a little bit rusty. It's nothing big. We can reattach it. But when we got home, that side over there was completely off, and this side was still kind of hanging on. And the other, in the back, we had one in the back. It was completely loose, but it didn't go anywhere. So, frame, body, rear end, and And bring that over here. We'll show the back in the truck here. We have another front cowl piece. We got a front axle. It's already set up for juice brakes. The backing plates are over there somewhere in that pile there. We got a windshield frame which needs a little bit of repair. I got 2 steering columns with steering boxes there and already on them. We got I'm not sure what year, radiator shell with radiator and grill and everything. Not a grill, but a radiator shell and a radiator. Some brake parts. A set of pedals for a hydraulic clutch and brake, I believe. Yeah, right here. So we also got, this is one of the coolest finds because I've been looking for these for a long time. We got a set of these old school Cal Custom small block Chevy valve covers. You got a couple sets of these, so I picked one of those sets of those off them too. And oh, there's a dash piece down underneath there for the dash inside the car. I'm sure I'm missing something, but oh, there's some leaf springs for the front axle too over there somewhere. There's a lot of stuff. We got all the all the box stuff out because it might rain tonight. This other stuff, it probably wouldn't hurt it to sit in the rain for a night or two or night, whatever. I don't want to leave it out too much, but
probably wouldn't hurt to bring those valve covers in.
Yeah, I probably should bring the valve covers in.
Yeah.
Maybe those pedals. But yeah, this actually, the body, I mean, we're talking probably 12, almost 1,300 miles on some rough roads up in the upper peninsula on the way home. And it was all 2-lane not divided, but 2-lane road. And it was like 65 miles an hour, and it was like the whole way, and it was like 120 something miles. You get off that one, go on another one for 100 miles. It was just a constant, just bam, bam, bam. And this trailer, which is pretty new, hell, it was perfect. And this thing did not shift at all until sometime today. Actually, after we got up into Michigan, we got in the main part of Michigan this morning, or last night I should say, when we stopped. We were like just over the Mackinac Bridge. We went like maybe 40, 50 miles. We got a room. It was like, I want to say it was in Gaylord or something like that in Michigan. And at some point between then and when we got home, the body actually was fairly centered on the frame, shifted over more, and it just went all weird on me after that. I don't know. We got home today and I was like, that strap over there was loose, almost falling off. The only thing holding the car on there was I had a strap here that I added, and I saw this pop loose on the quarter panel. Because I had one here, and I just loosened it up a little bit and put one there. All the other stuff was ready to fall off, and this thing just rode along no problem. So I don't know. Crazy. But I got to say, for this truck, being a 2003, or 2004 I mean, it's got low mileage, like 230 something thousand. That whole way, that little bit of maintenance we did to it, what was it? A couple U-joints, a couple little things, flawless the whole way. The only problem was the frickin' tail light, or the trailer plug down there in the bumper. It didn't want to work right. So I tried wiring into these aftermarket headlights for the old school way of tapping in for trailer lights. Well, guess what? All the wires in these aftermarket lights, because they've been in there since I've had it, and I've had the truck 9 years, half of them were all corroded. So I got stuff working, but not everything worked, and we made it home no problem. I actually do have a new set of headlights coming. It'll be, I think, tomorrow. They're just blacked out ones that just have like little red things in them and a backup light. And I'm going to have to redo the wiring for the 7-pin in the bumper, because we also use that for the camper. And also back over there, you can see that, I have a 14-foot trailer that I also just bought within the last couple weeks, and I'm going to put my tractor on for our new half-acre property that we're buying. But we just actually were signing the final deal on Friday over by Pineman Tuning Lake, because I got to get my tractor and brush hog over there to cut all that stuff down. So let me pause you guys. I think I showed you everything, and we'll be right back. Hold on, guys. Boy, she is dirty, that's for sure. That thing sounds good though. Probably needs new plugs. And it just popped through the carburetor. We just put a different carburetor on it. It is running better though. Alright guys, so we're back. Also, I put a couple shorts out. I'm not sure if I did on YouTube. I know I did on Facebook. Last weekend, was it? I actually bought a new car for the Studebaker. The one that was on there, the 650, I was having issues. The front float bowl would not, no matter how much I adjusted, it would not stay at the same, like, in the same level, no matter what I did. So I went online, I bought a 670 Brawler 4-barrel. I put that on there last weekend. And I did some video, but I didn't get a lot of it because there was so much going on. I did put a short out on, like I said, Facebook and something else. I think Instagram or something. The thing is running way better. We drove it. This is the funniest part. So we drove it around the block. It was running great. It did a little bit. We didn't even do any adjusting yet. A little bit of popping. It was lean popping a little bit. And you guys know last year, it was around last year, like early in the year before it got springtime. The drive shaft that's in it was brand new. Brand new, never been, I did change both the yokes, but I think I put a new U-joint in the front part for that long yoke. So it would fit, because the drive shaft was a hair short. The rear one, it's a fast shaft from Speedway. I got it from Speedway. It's a brand new U-joints on both ends. The front one, I had a hell of a time getting it out to change the yoke, so I ended up having to cut it. To put the new yoke in, I put a brand new U-joint in there from Napa. The rear one came out easy. It was perfectly fine. It had never been used before. Brand new U-joint. I put a different yoke. It went together perfectly. I put it in there. It has been fine ever since. We took it out for a drive around the block last weekend, and the rear U-joint is loose already. The car hasn't had, what, 5-10 miles on it since we've had it running. Maybe 5 miles since we had it running. Oh, I already had to change the steering box once. The one I bought on eBay, we changed in the fall, right after it got painted. I put a Borgenson in there, which was $400. It's been fine. But now we got a bad U-joint after not even 10 miles. A bad U-joint after not even 10 miles on the car. That's been, and it hasn't had any vibrations at all. It's been smooth up until what, last time we drove it, which was last weekend. Crazy. So I got to get a U-joint for that. Other than a little bit of carb adjusting, and so I got to get gas for it. It's almost out of gas, but it runs way better. And actually, it has too. Like it's got more power and it sounds better too. If I remember, I'll put a clip in this video. It'll be before this probably. But yeah, it runs way better now. And that scoop will look way badass than I think once I paint it up. So, anyways, guys, I guess that's all we got for today. Not a very long video. I've been super busy. I've done nothing but since this last Thursday afternoon. I've done nothing but drive. I mean, that's all I've done. In fact, yesterday we drove for 13. I drove for 13 hours. Today I drove for 9 hours. It was supposed to be a 6-hour ride home from where we were at, and it ended up being 9 somehow. But yeah, we're finally back. Everything made it one piece. We're all good. The truck did excellent. I'm surprised. I almost don't even want to jinx it, but I would drive that truck now. I would jump in that truck right now and drive to Las Vegas, North Dakota, South Dakota, wherever. The thing is super reliable, not a single problem all that way. And that truck sits most of the time. Like, I don't even drive it daily anymore. I haven't drove it daily in 4 years probably. But it's just super reliable. It's always been a great truck. So anyways, we'll see you on the next video, guys. Check out my son's channel, Blake's RC, if you're into RC cars or want to get into maybe looking at them or whatever. He's got all kind of videos up, and I think he's going to maybe start doing some videos again. He's been kind of feeling under the weather last week or two. And yeah, I'm hoping to get this F100, maybe get that kind of buttoned up where I can at least move it on its own power in the next couple weeks. We'll see what's going on with this. We got this new property thing going on, so that's going to eat up some money. We'll see what we can get done, but definitely get that hood scoop bolted up probably, and maybe build some stuff to get this Model A body off the trailer. I got to build a gantry crane out of some wood probably, and make a cart. So we're doing that here soon. And yeah. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Check his channel out. Check out the Honest Paint and Speed Shop, and we'll see you on the next video. Give it a thumbs up. definitely subscribe if you haven't done it yet, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.